My dear viewers, welcome to this reading. This coffee cup reading is for all Gemini, and it's for the month of March, a little bit over 2026. I hope you'll enjoy this reading, my dear Gemini. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you here in this channel for this reading. I'd like to wish you all the best in everything you're doing, let you know how much in gratitude I am for you, for supporting and watching, and especially those of you who are watching extra 2 videos per week. That is helping me big time in reference to my health. So I'm in gratitude for that. I'd like to convey my best wishes and start this reading. Your coffee cup is amazing. It's just so different, like always. Yes, I feel like, yeah, there's a lot happening. There could be someone leaving your life. That's this one here. Someone could be leaving your life, this section, or it could be a long trip. We'll find out as I read the cup. Okay, my dear Gemini, for those of you who are new to the coffee cup, I want you to be mindful that prior to this coffee cup, I do meditate, and I'm shown a lot of information, which I'll write down on a piece of paper and deliver that to you at the end of the reading. So stay tuned for that. Glasses on, and let us begin. Let's see what's the most important factors for all Gemini. Right, the first thing I see, my dear Gemini, is that you have been a little bit impatient in regard to something that really needs you to be a little bit patient. Maybe this situation doesn't involve you directly. Maybe you're not involved directly, but in sort of like not directly, it's somebody else, and you want something for them quickly. And it looks to me like a little patience is needed. Your intuition is trying to say to you, be patient, it's going to happen, and you're going to find the truth. You'll know exactly where you're at in this regard, but you have been impatient. But it looks to me like things are going to be reaching to an end. There is an impasse, there is an ending, that's for sure. Maybe this is what I saw, this somebody leaving your life. In a way, you are unhappy. It looks like you're unhappy. Emotionally, you're not very happy. And it looks like that there is going to be a major change in your life. You'll finally see things clearer, finally choose your path, know where you're at. And the facade is going to be over. And when I say the facade, I just mean like you're not able to be yourself. There's so many things that you hide, that you can't confront particular situations that are not working according to the way they should. So there's a part of you that feels like you're dissipating, you're disappearing, losing yourself, losing what you believe in, losing the way you used to look at things and the power you had within, your dominion, maybe you're lowering your standards even. And there is that struggle within. There's a part of you that says it's okay, continue on until this reaches to a completion. And there's another part that fights and says, no, I deserve better. I don't want to lower my standards anymore, lower than where I am already. This is dealing or with being in a relationship with someone that maybe someone that a part of them, they want to be free, but another part of them, I think it's you looking for a way out. It's not somebody else. You're looking for a way out, but there's really nothing better. I don't think you see anything better for you. And so that you're putting on this facade and you're continuing on. You might be dealing with someone very stubborn and not willing to change, perhaps. I really feel like ultimately in a few, maybe months, you are going to put your foot down and set some boundaries. I really do feel that. Okay, I touched this accidentally. All right. Somebody's watching someone on the phone, social media, the internet. I think this is your way. If it's you watching or somebody else is watching you, let's say if it's you watching, this is the way of staying close and finding out more about someone. I feel like you're searching for someone, searching for what they're at. Maybe they're addicted to something. their addiction to something, we don't know what it is, it could be anything, might be affecting your romantic life. So you find yourself constantly checking and looking. Somebody holding the mobile and sort of checking and looking at social media, of course, and internet, and thinking what's going on. And it's because you care about someone. That's why maybe you're searching for information, that maybe it's a health situation where you want to find a way to heal them. But I feel like it might be a situation where you are a little bit far, maybe, that you need to find out how they are, their news, without them knowing that you're searching to gather information about them. That could be also it. Your heart is so connected to someone on a high level. But deep inside of you, there is a big battle between your heart and your mind. In a way, you feel like you're giving away your power to the people that you care about who are in your life, or maybe one person. And now you've started setting boundaries because you're realizing this person's freedom, they're not negotiating their freedom. And then you're setting boundaries. You're saying no to certain things. I do see you ultimately dealing with a big pressure of freedom. This year is going to be teaching you a lot of lessons and helping you understand who you are, where you're at. You maybe even feel a little bit let down. Somebody is letting you down. Maybe you're feeling that. Or you could be regretting some past actions, past things that you might have said. Don't give in. Take this as a challenge and focus on your commitment and look at the future, what you can do for yourself. That's the best thing you can do when there is a situation that is a little bit out of your control. Setting boundaries is the best thing to do at this point in time, but keep your eyes open. You will be ultimately taking action, bigger action than you have them setting boundaries. You will do that, but you're not empowered yet. You will be empowered a little bit later on. I feel like from 5 to 6 months from now, many of you, within 5 to 6 months from now, many of you are leaving a situation that where you feel defeated, where you feel every action, every situation is not working. You're leaving in search of more happiness. You want more happiness in your life, more. You want to heal. You want to heal yourself because you feel wounded somehow. Maybe when this person that you're dealing with isn't being honest, or they've got addictions, maybe you're feeling as though it's time for you to heal and move on because you feel neglected, or you feel unworthy, or you may feel you need to release yourself or release this person. That's the kind of thing I'm seeing here. And it looks like many of you are feeling defeated and you're leaving, even if you don't want to leave, that kind of a situation. But that's not happening now. That's some time from now. I would say 5 to 6 months. You're taking action, and you're taking it with all your heart. You're taking passion, and with all your passion, with all your heart, not only setting boundaries, taking action. Now you're just setting boundaries until it reaches to a stage where you will say enough is enough. I want to release this. I want to heal from this. It's overwhelming you. Deep inside of your heart, you're not happy. That's how it started from here. Unhappiness, emotional battle. You're in an emotional battle. It's as though there's a part of you you're happy, but there's another part that's getting destroyed somehow. Maybe that's why you're searching. You are facing, I can see you're facing a very difficult situation. It's not easy. But it's necessary for your growth. It's necessary for what you will be learning and teaching each other, you and someone. You can use this as an opportunity and look at things at a different perspective if you were strong enough. And the way to become strong is by meditating and silencing your mind and just saying to yourself, oh my God. No, I'm not saying say yourself, oh my God. I was just seeing there was something there that looked really, someone that's coming in your life. But that's a bit later. It disappeared as I moved it. I was seeing it in the cup here, this section here, this area, in the ground of the coffee. But anyway, back to what I was saying. You might help yourself by seeing this situation in a different perspective for a short time, temporary. Ultimately, there's a storm brewing, and I see the storm is gonna come and remove a situation from your life, a situation unexpected. An unexpected ending is happening here. Now, this could be about two different things. It could be about a person, another person, a family member, maybe. There is an unexpected ending. Sometimes it can be violent. Sometimes it can be like a breakdown. But it is about liberation. It is about freedom. You're able to move. You're able to take action. You're able to travel. There's news. There's information coming your way. And this information, once it's in progress, once you see it, it's all speed ahead. You are going to take action and move. I do see two things here. I see the coffin, and I also see a unicorn. Both of these are connected to passing of someone, and I do see lightning. So all of a sudden, there's going to be maybe something. Okay, the lightning has many meanings. The coffin and the unicorn are connected to death, passing of someone. It is about someone leaving your life. It could be a family member. It could be someone that's ill. They are beneficial, not beneficial. They are very intense emotional changes that you'll go through. You need to control your anger. So the lightning is about controlling your anger so that you don't regret later. You got to be very careful. There are a lot of challenges. You will overcome them. I see that without a doubt. But it's in a way, I feel like, when people close their eyes to the truth for too long, and then when it comes all of a sudden attacking, when you see it, you can't close your eyes to it anymore. It becomes very problematic, and just it becomes too much. Your insight is very important, like your awareness and knowing and understanding to overcome and to make the difficult time more, to help you to be more at ease, trying to understand the situation so you can have more peaceful state of mind. There's no need, when you can't control something, there's no need to fight it or to cause in a battle within you. If you can't control it, you just sort of let it go. Very simple. And if you can't let it go because you don't want to be far from this person or this situation, you can stay there and just detach as much as you can. Some of you are having financial difficulties, I can see that, but things are going to change. There is going to be a lot of a sudden change is really changing your life. I don't know, it's some of you are moving, some of you are you don't have to worry because there's a lot of prosperity coming. So that's good news. I do see a ship here, and a ship represents vacation. Some of you might be taking a short trip or movement, moving house, relocating. It could be traveling overseas. Some of you are traveling without a doubt. Some of you are also traveling or leaving or relocating in order to respond to the challenges and remove them from your life, and that is amazing. You're working very hard and you're doing well. Your hard work is going to be really appreciated, and it's opening new doors for you. You need to pay attention to details so that there won't be any errors that are costly. Ultimately, you are seeing very well satisfying and successful results. You need to apply yourself even when you're upset. Don't let other matters intervene with your work, like your emotional life. Don't let it intervene in your work, your profession. Some of you will come to terms to a fact that maybe you need to upgrade your skills. But you have to be very cautious with money. Some of you may be thinking of starting a short course or something just to become a little bit more aware, more knowledgeable, more skillful. Something's unraveling. that is going to be a bit puzzling. It may be a little bit complicated, but there is something that's a bit complicated, and it's connected to a change that's happened to someone, maybe someone born in the Chinese year of the rabbit. I see the rabbit here very strong. Chinese year of the rabbit. Environmental changes are affecting you somehow. And these environmental changes, when they happen, when you see a change in your environment, I see luck coming your way, good fortune coming your way. When there is environmental changes, so much success, so much elevation is coming in your life. And I see this happening around August. From August, it's starting for many of you. Or maybe it's from now all the way to August. I feel like August is nominated here. August is going to mark a really big time for you, a big change. A lot of abundance coming your way. A lot of money is coming in. Wealth is coming in. Many of you are thinking of, investing in something. There's solid finances. There's leadership positions. There is elevation. There's so much happiness. It's all happening. For me, as far as I can see, it's sort of happening a bit later on this year, like around August onwards. From April, something is happening, but August, it's taking place sort of. It's really completing a chapter. When there is environmental changes, so much is happening. You are given a very responsible leadership position. You're taking the lead. And after August, continue. I know this is this is the March reading, but that's what the coffee cup. It tells me things, and I've got to pass them on. Can't change anything I see, even if it doesn't make sense. April is there because I'm seeing the head of the ram here, so it is connected to Aries. I see Aries here very strong. Okay, the star sign Aries. There is someone very strong that has got Aries in them. This person could be also connected to a lot of sexual matters, because there's a rabbit right next to it. So the rabbit is about sexual matters. It's about too much concerns with sexuality. It is also about multiplying, like having a lot of children, family, like, a lot of, it's all connected to sexual matters. Okay, Chinese year of the rabbit also is possible. This could be here just because of the Chinese rabbit cat, because I saw the cat before, now the rabbit, it's all the same. Someone new entering your life. Maybe the person that's entering your life could be born in the year of the rabbit, Chinese year of the rabbit. Someone new is entering your life, and this person could have Aries in them. They could be born Chinese year of the rabbit. A lot of great fortune, luck and great fortune is coming to you. Another clover. I saw clover before, a tree of clovers. Now I see a clover again, just on its own, one clover again. This shows a lot of fortune. Very soon, once you are clear and you see things clearly, and you decide what you want, and then you realize that you don't want to be where you were, then I see a new person entering your life where there's going to be a lot of changes. This new person is a soulmate. Unlike the person you were with, who was probably a twin flame. That's why the complications, that's why there was issues, that's why you were feeling unhappy, because it was a twin flame, or even maybe a karmic person where you had to learn from each other and learn hard lessons. And sometimes with the karmic chapter, it goes on for too long, but the losses are great because it becomes very painful. I saw that from the beginning of your reading, that there was a lot of karmic, like emotional upheaval that you're dealing with. Maybe you're putting on a facade, you're putting on a show that you're okay, everything is great, but deep inside of your heart, you're not okay. There's an addiction that you don't like. There's something going on that you're not happy with. But you know what's amazing? You are changing. Things are changing. Everything is becoming spectacular. Because I'm seeing here that a new passage, a new doorway opens. And on top of this doorway, after a lot of tears, there are a lot of tears. I can't say that there isn't. When you're leaving a situation behind, there is a new archway. And this archway is bringing you a great new possibility, a new path that's going to give you so much happiness, and you are going to achieve a lot of your wishes and dreams. A lot of things you wanted, you are going to get. Even in the process, there is someone very special, like a soulmate, coming your way. And this time it's not a twin flame, and this time it's not a karmic one. It's a soulmate where you will grow together, where it'll be effortless. The love, the connection is going to be overwhelming. You'll forget the past very easily. Even though it's unbelievable and it's impossible to forget the past, the one that you're in now, I'm calling that the past. When the soulmate enters your life, it's a new love affair. Everything sparkles, everything starts. Someone that maybe has been through a broken relationship like you, maybe somebody has dealt with, and they're going through healing and forgiveness. Maybe they've gone through some sort of an addiction, a partner that had addiction. So the connection is overwhelming. And some of you could be making a connection through business, could be through a business, through a work, but you're starting a new relationship and it's dramatically going to change your life. Absolutely change your life. And there could be very strong Aries in this person, and probably earth energy, because your soulmate is an earth energy with fire. And I already see Aries here doubling up. The archway are also opportunities, new opportunities of luck and abundance, but achieving everything you want. And then some of you are going on a trip, taking time out, spending quality time with someone. So that is incredible. Now what I'm seeing, okay, I am seeing many of you are with someone now. That someone that you're dealing with, it has got air energy, even if it's hidden. They've got hidden air energy that you might not be seeing, and Aquarius is the leading one. They've got a lot of Aquarius in them. And of course, you know, it's the Aquarius that is usually the instability. They want their freedom. They don't want to tie down to conditions and rules and regulations. So I do see that. I see a lot of Aquarius, and I'm going to say it. Then I see Gemini, Virgo here. Some of you could be you could be a Gemini, Virgo yourself. You might be meeting someone that's Gemini, Virgo, who's going to have the earth, which you need. I also see Libra, Venus. There's someone that's got Libra with Taurus in them, very strong. So air energy, Libra, Taurus, these are the ones that will go well with you. Libra, Taurus, and Gemini, Virgo, both are earth energies rather than just Aquarius, which is a lot of air. Many of you are dealing with water and air mixed, and that's where the problem is. That whenever you're unhappy, whenever an air energy, like you, Gemini, my dear Gemini, you're an air energy. Whenever an air energy is not happy, this isn't taught anywhere, in any books, it's not written anywhere. Whenever an air energy is not happy, is because they're dealing with another air and water mixed together. So that's where the things go out of balance, and then they become chaotic. Then you try to control situations in fear of losing that person, or you succumb to what they want, and then you start losing yourself and you start dissipating. So that's a no-way situation until you come to terms with it. It's going to take some time, especially if you invested so much in a relationship or in a business or partnership, whatever partnership it may be. Now, as for the fire energy, I do see Aries here very strong, and I'm seeing Sagittarius very strong. There's a little bit of Leo, but strong Aries again. So we had 2 Aries before, 3 Aries, that's 5 Aries. Fire energy, Aries leading the way, and then there's Sagittarius on this, not the same level, second level for the majority of Gemini, and then Leo. Okay, as for the earth energy, the one that you'll be dealing with the most, for many of you, Capricorn. I see 4 Capricorn, but there's a problem. Capricorn should be the one leading for all of you, but because we had air, in the air energies, we had Virgo, Gemini. I'm seeing Virgo, Gemini again, and I'm seeing Taurus, Libra again. So that makes them 6 times. 6 times Virgo, Gemini, 6 times Taurus, Libra. That's when it becomes a high number. That means the majority of you, my dear Gemini, the majority of you are going to be dealing with Taurus, Libra, and with Virgo, Gemini, because it's excessive. Then comes Capricorn. Even though if the Capricorn he has 4, and I see 3 Taurus, Libra, 3 Virgo, Gemini, But because I saw the air before, the Virgo, Gemini are united, so we have to unite them, and they become 6 each. 6 Taurus, Libra, and 6 Gemini, Virgo, with 4 Capricorn. So the earth energy is very strong. That's because you're soulmate. I saw the soulmate in your reading. That means the soulmate is coming, and you've got to have earth. Without earth and fire, you can't have a soulmate. You can't have water. Water can never do. Water will be temporary. It'll strip you. You'll strip each other with words, conflict, hurting, pain, and then it elevates you to acceptance and moving forward and you know, seeing or having clarity and knowing that this isn't the right way. This is where you're not happy. So that's what I'm seeing, and that's very important for you to know. I'm sorry that I state the truth so raw. I'm sorry for those of you who are dealing with water energy. A lot of Geminis, early part of their life until 30 or until 35, they do deal with a lot of water energy. They do fall for water because water energy are very emotional. They're very caring. They're very giving. But some of them, especially if they've got another air in them, it just becomes unbearable. If they've got earth in them, there is hope. There is a little bit of hope. It becomes a twin flame where you learn a little bit from each other. But your soulmate is coming, so that tells me there is water and air mixed together in a whirlpool. There's a tornado in the water. That's what a whirlpool is. Anyway, going back to the next level, which is the Chinese years. Now I'm seeing the strongest ones, and the more number, the more of you, the majority, are dealing with these people. I'm seeing here the highest level is monkey, Chinese year monkey, Chinese year of the ox buffalo, Chinese year of the rabbit. Now that becomes 6 rabbits because there was 2 in the reading, rabbit, cat, which is we're talking about Chineses, rabbit and cat is 1, and so that becomes 6 Chinese year of the rabbit. And there is also so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of them that are very high level, which is monkey, ox, buffalo, cat, rabbit, rat, and tiger. These are the highest level of them. Second level, for the second majority, it's going to be Chinese year of the dog, the pig, and the horse. Okay, now let's move on. This is over. Let's move on to the next level. Okay, should I drink a bit of water just to start this, to be able to continue? Yes, all right. The throat chakra needs support. Okay, so my dear Gemini, the meditation, what came from the heavens and the universe, this is what it's saying. It says promise of happiness and pleasure and fulfillment. There is a promise of you having happiness. I saw happiness here very strong, and pleasure and fulfillment. So that's all a promise. You are going to get that because the soulmate is there. It's 100% you are going to get it. It says slow down and relax. Enjoy the beauty around you. Enjoy the pleasure around you. That means be in gratitude. You probably are already. There's a happy life destined for you. You don't have to worry where you are today. Today you're not happy, but there is a happy life destined for you. Things working out to your highest good. Everything that's happening, even if it's negative, even if you're emotionally detaching, or even if you're setting boundaries, and even if your heart is breaking, you've got to know things are working out to your highest good. And people never know that when they're in a relationship or in a situation that they're consumed with. They don't see that when things are falling apart, there is something happening behind the scenes. And that's why we do these readings, because behind the scenes, I see a soulmate coming. When you meet your soulmate, this person that you're with will be just history. They'll mean nothing. I know it's hard to believe what I'm saying, but I've seen it in my life over and over. When you're consumed and overwhelmed with a human being, adoring them, wanting to be spending the rest of your life with them. So what happens sometimes when the soulmate comes, things start falling apart, collapsing, you start seeing the truth. And then you realize that when you meet the soulmate and you think, oh my God, what a waste of tears, what a waste of pain, what a waste of this, because you get to see the truth. Very important. If it's a relationship, if it's a business partnership, it goes the same thing. If you are in a business deal or even a job and you see that you're emotionally unhappy, there's injustice, there's so many things not going your way, you're not making enough money, or maybe there is mistreatment, there could be what's the word, favoritism, favoring this one and that one. There could be any reason. You'll find that something much more wonderful is about to come. Maybe it's destined to happen in August. and you're going through the hassles and the heartaches now, and you're thinking, why is this happening to me? Why me? But then you'll see, August comes, you get a new job, and you offer more money, more stability, more happiness, more peaceful. You think, oh my God, that's why that happened. So remember that in your time of despair. Always remember these things. Everything is working out to your highest good. What is highest good for you. So whatever happens, it's for you. Laziness. There is something about laziness. There is something about Pisces. There's the water energy, Pisces. There's strong Pisces in the person you're dealing with. We had Aries. It could be a cuspy Pisces, Aries. So it could be someone that might have born Pisces, but they have got Aries in them because there was a lot of Aries. But again, I will say your soulmate is fire and earth. So maybe you are with a Pisces that's got Aquarius in them and you don't even know it. But when you're meeting the Aries, or they might have also Aries in them, you might be meeting an earth energy, which we saw Taurus, Libra, and Virgo, Gemini very strong. With what? An earth energy with fire, Aries, because Aries was very strong. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, laziness, dealing with laziness, someone lazy maybe, Pisces there. Something about driving and caution is needed. There was somebody having a problem here, a chaotic situation. So somebody maybe in their driving, something might happen. Caution is needed in driving. Something about an angel protected. This person, whoever's driving and there's cautious, maybe it's you, maybe it's someone close to you, but there is an angel protecting this situation. So thank goodness for that. Chinese year of the dog. This person could be connected to someone born in the Chinese year of the dog. There could be a situation with someone born in the Chinese year of the dog, and there could be a situation that might be dealing with a dog pet, a pet dog. Very important, okay? This is just a Chinese year. Maybe you're meeting someone that's born in the Chinese year of the dog. Or maybe you got a pet and you want to get another pet. Okay. Roller coaster. There is a roller coaster. A roller coaster means things will be changing. There'll be a little bit of difficulty. You might be dealing with a little bit of trials, but ultimately that's going to be over. The roller coaster also means a little bit of a major change when it happens in life. Okay, I'll move on to the next level because this is getting so long. Now I'm going to go through the initials of names that you are dealing with, people that are coming in your life, and so forth. Now the more of the number, that means that number, that name. Say for example, the first one's 5 times J. Say Japan, J for Japan. Let's say you are dealing with someone, or you might meet someone that their initials could be either J at the beginning or J in the middle or J at the end. Okay, so very important to know. The more the number, the majority of you, my dear Gemini, are going to be dealing with it. That's why they give me all these numbers. That's how over the years I've understood how the heavens and the universe work. So 5 times I was given the letter J for Japan. 5 times I was given the letter Y for yellow. Yes. 4 times the letter E for eggs or elephant. 5 times the letter K for koala or kangaroo. 5 times the letter C for Canada. 4 times the letter I for I am. 4 times the letter G for grass. 3 times the letter U for umbrella or under. 3 times the letter Q for quails or quilt. Twice the letter B for butterfly. Twice the letter R for Rome. Twice the letter H for horse. And then the rest are all one. A for Antarctica. V for victory. L for love. P for pony. S for sweet. Scorpio, sweet. D for donut. T for tiger. Z for zebra or zoo, and then F for France. I was given number 5, and remember I said roller coaster. Number 5 is all about change. A lot of change taking place in your life, major changes. It is also about May, and guess who May is connected to? May is connected to Taurus and Gemini. Taurus, Gemini. But we're talking about Taurus because there was Taurus, Libra in your reading 6 times. So that's very Taurus is there, and so it's connected to Gemini, and there was 6 Gemini, Virgo. So Taurus and Gemini very strong 6 times each, and now number 5 is connected to them. Number 5 is also connected to the Chinese year of the dragon, and the dragon is all about power and a lot of change, even change that will empower you from the time you see this reading all the way to May 2026. Change, empowerment, and dealing with Taurus or Gemini. Taurus, Libra, remember, not any Taurus, and Gemini, Virgo, not any Gemini. And that is the end of your reading. Wow. It took ages, but I'm glad I got it over, and I'm glad that I hope you'll enjoy it. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the reading. I'm sorry there was a little bit of difficulties that you are going to go through, but it's important to know. When you know, you get empowered, you get prepared, and the more powerful you are, the more knowledge you have, the more powerful you become to overcome problems in your life. I wish you abundance, but there was a lot of abundance and a lot of change that's going to elevate you to high levels. Don't forget that in the midst of everything. I wish you a lot of blessings, a lot of love and light. Namaste.